Tyler Perry opened his house to Meghan and Prince Harry in California when the royal family took away their security.
Tyler Perry tonight facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by an actor who claims years of sex. The lawsuit, asking for $260 million, was filed by actor Derek Dixon, who was part of the BET series The Oval.
So get this. Meghan Markle just ghosted Tyler Perry like he never existed. No goodbye text, no heart emoji, not even a thank you wave. She straight up erased him from the royal group chat. His name? Scrubbed. That godfather title for baby Lilibet? Deleted from every memoir draft. The royal baby book? Vacuumed clean of his smiling face. And why the cold shoulder? Oh, just a little $260 million lawsuit that blew up in Tyler's face. Actor Derek Dixon is accusing him of being way less Hollywood nice guy and way more behind-the-scenes bully, dropping claims of intimidation, coercion, and career-ending threats. And just like that, Meghan's polished brand started coughing like an old lawnmower in the middle of a garden party.
We want to start with a story that has really been making headlines and making waves. And it's interesting because I know the person involved, and it's tough to kind of report on these things, especially when you know the person. Okay, so I'm talking about entertainment mogul Tyler Perry. Tyler has been accused of SA. I want to bring in Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. He's the CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. But first, here's the report from...
Are you sad that we know Harry and Meghan here?
No.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right. Do you think our lives are divinely ordered? Getting to know you for who you truly are? So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you.
It's like, I want people to see that.
Let's not forget, this was the Tyler Perry who rescued Harry and Meghan from royal chaos back in 2020. When King Charles refused to cover the costs, Perry stepped in like a real-life fairy god billionaire. He handed them his Beverly Hills mansion, sent a private jet, threw in full-time security, and didn't ask for a single dime. Meghan was on Netflix crying about feeling unprotected. And Perry? He swooped in looking like a sun-blessed savior. Harry called Tyler family. Meghan went even further, naming him Lilibet's godfather. We're talking next-level loyalty, right? Until suddenly, it all...
I've said for a long time to H, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive, you've got to feel happy, and I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip.
It has its, it has its advantages, I guess.
I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging.
The second Perry's lawsuit hit the headlines, Meghan hit delete. She didn't defend him, didn't say a word. Total silence. But eagle-eyed fans saw what her team was really doing. Scrubbing press articles that praised Perry, pulling his picture from Lilibet's christening reel, and quietly switching her Wikipedia edits from is to was. Coincidence? Yeah, if you're still holding out for unicorns and fairy dust. Meanwhile, inside their Montecito mansion, Harry's pacing the floor like a stressed-out dad in a diaper commercial, torn between the billionaire who once had his back and the wife who signs all the brand deals. He's furious, especially since the royal insiders in London are already gloating with their smug little told-you-so grins. Meghan, on the other hand, is in full panic mode. She's worried Perry's scandal is about to light up her squeaky clean Spotify reboot like a Christmas tree in July. And just when it couldn't get any messier, Perry turns into a walking PR grenade. And Meghan's PR team? They just tripped over their own cover-up. Rookie mistake, and if you blink, you'll miss the explosion. Let's throw it all back for a second to early 2020, fresh off the dramatic royal exit. Meghan and Harry are dodging paparazzi like it's dodgeball. No money, no home base, and a British media frenzy clawing at their heels. Then cue Angel Chorus. In swoops Tyler Perry, Hollywood's king of wholesome family flicks, and offers up his $18 million Beverly Hills mansion, bodyguards, and a private jet like it's nothing. And for 2 blissful months, Harry and Meghan got a taste of royalty minus the crown. While the tabloids camped outside Buckingham Palace searching for them, Harry and Meghan were out back sipping green juice by the infinity pool, living their best unbothered lives. Harry once called Tyler Perry's help life-saving. Meghan went even further, naming him godfather to baby Lilibet, a role that in royal tradition isn't just sweet, it's serious. During their Netflix documentary, Perry spoke warmly about the christening, talking baby gifts and spiritual guidance. It was the perfect blend of Hollywood glam and royal tradition. Fans loved it. The palace, not so much. At the time, Perry's public image was glowing.
Tyler Perry opened his house to Meghan and Prince Harry in California when the royal family took away their security.
But now that shine is gone. A massive civil lawsuit just dropped in Los Angeles, accusing Perry of serious workplace misconduct, taking advantage of power, intimidation, and harassment. The headlines hit hard. $260 million lawsuit. Brand experts started calling him a liability. Meghan's team went straight into damage control. Suddenly, the man once praised for protecting Harry and Meghan became a problem. His status as godfather went from a feel-good headline to a red flag. And just like that, Meghan pivoted. One day she was calling Perry family, the next his name was disappearing from baby documents. The christening photo? Gone. Press materials about the chosen god family? Deleted. Meghan's approach was clear. If it risks the brand, it's out. Perry's wealth couldn't protect him from that kind of erasure. But here's the catch. He wasn't just some helpful friend. He saw everything. Every moment inside that Montecito mansion, every breakdown, every pitch. And now that he's iced out, the risk is real. If he talks, Harry and Meghan's private world might not stay private much longer. And remember that earlier tease about a missing contract clause? Yep, it's all tied to this. On June 13th, court documents were unsealed in Los Angeles naming Perry in a $260 million case. Actor Derek Dixon, who appeared on Perry's BET show, The Oval, claims Perry used promises of career success to control him, then turned hostile when he pushed back. The filings include messages, emails, and even a note from Dixon's rep asking Perry's team to stop the threats. Perry's legal team says it's a money grab, but the court files say otherwise. 9 claims, hundreds of pages.
We want to start with a story that has really been making headlines and making waves. And it's interesting because I know the person involved, and it's tough to kind of report on these things, especially when you know the person. Okay, so I'm talking about entertainment mogul Tyler Perry. Tyler has been accused of SA. I want to bring in Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. He's the CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. But first, here's the report from
Tyler Perry tonight facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by an actor who claims years of sex. The lawsuit, asking for $260 million, was filed by actor Derek Dixon, who was part of the BET series The Oval.
For context, Dixon started with a small role, then quickly got bumped up to a series regular. But by 2024, he'd walked away and filed a federal complaint. His lawsuit claims Perry blacklisted him the moment he spoke out. And that's where the timeline gets awkward. Because that period, it's the same window when Harry and Meghan were staying at Perry's home. And according to the lawsuit, that's also when Perry was allegedly pressuring people to stay quiet.
Are you sad that we know Harry and Meghan are here?
No.
We've got our future king, William.
Obviously, King's 76, 77, and it'd be nice to get a family reunion.
Now picture Meghan's team reading those court filings at 6 a.m. in Montecito, coffee mugs shaking. She's been branding herself as the queen of empowerment. New lifestyle launch? Check. Fresh podcast pilot? Check. Media quotes about safe workspaces? All there. Then suddenly the man who once saved her family is being accused of running a toxic workplace. Tyler Perry went from fairy god billionaire to PR nightmare overnight. And that's not a headline that Harry and Meghan's brand can afford. Damage control was instant. Perry's name was pulled from press notes. A charity collaboration quietly got canned. And friendly gossip outlets were fed a new, softer storyline to shift attention fast. But here's a snag. Tyler kept everything. Insiders close to him hinted that if Meghan cuts ties completely, he might go public about what really happened during those Beverly Hills months. And yes, he knows every single detail. It gets worse. Buried in the legal exhibits is a confidentiality rider Perry reportedly made all guests sign before boarding his jet. If it holds up in court, Meghan could be forced to testify. One subpoena, and her polished royal fairy tale could hit a courtroom transcript unedited. Her team didn't waste time. By midday, Perry's face was gone from her Instagram highlights. Godfather captions vanished. Their old video chats quietly deleted. Royal gossip pages caught it in real time. Screenshots showing Perry's name disappearing like a broken app icon. Then came the silence order. Staff could only speak through lawyers. Brand partners got urgent memos. Harry's close friends were even reminded the Montecito gates are now watching every car that pulls up. Meanwhile, Meghan's social media feed was all sunshine and jam. Literally. She pushed her American Riviera Orchard Summer line apricot jam, orange blossom honey, fancy rose, all teased with flawless beach pics. The message? Look at the pretty things, not the lawsuits. And it all sort of worked. The collection sold out fast, but the comments told a different story. Fans kept asking, where's Uncle Tyler? In the background, Meghan's aides floated a backup plan. Perhaps baby Lilibet doesn't need a godfather anymore. Maybe just a circle of mentors. But that's not how royal tradition works. You can't just erase a christening title without the paperwork, witnesses, and a priest who remembers every word. Court insiders say Perry's team has everything locked down. Guest lists, photo evidence, even a notarized certificate with his name in calligraphy. That's not just something you can erase with a quick PR sweep. And to make it worse, word leaked that Meghan's legal team might have missed a small but powerful clause in Perry's original NDA. It basically says that if either side cuts ties publicly, the other can go on record to protect their reputation. In plain terms, if Meghan ghosts Perry, he can legally tell the world everything. Every Montecito moment, every private Zoom rant, every draft pitch saved in his files. And now reports say Perry's team is quietly shopping exclusive interviews. If one network grabs it, we're talking primetime TV, bigger than Oprah, and packed with receipts that could flip the entire Megxit timeline on its head.
But, you know, and you know...
I know what you mean. When they don't wash their hair, it smells like a horse. Yeah.
Well,
Sure, Meghan wiped Perry from her Instagram, but there's one thing she can't delete, his memory card. And that oversight could be the one thing that sends her carefully built empire crashing down. While Meghan deletes, Harry's unraveling in Montecito. He's packing their kitchen, phone in hand, venting to old friends. He keeps repeating the same thing. Tyler saved us. How can we just cut him? But the blank space where Perry's face used to be on Meghan's screen says it all. The call's been made and not by him. Across the pond, Palace aides are sipping tea and grinning over headlines shouting, Sussex U-turn. One courtier even told The Sun they were thrilled Harry's latest ride-or-die friendship fell apart like cheap party decor. And royal commentators, they're having a field day, reminding viewers that the firm warned Harry about diving into Hollywood connections back in 2020. He didn't listen then. Now they're tracking every messy twist, tallying up the friends Harry and Meghan have lost in just 5 years. Oprah went cold, Spotify cut ties, and now Tyler Perry's dangling on the edge. Even big outlets like News International are calling out the pattern. Get close, cash in, then vanish the moment trouble starts. Inside the palace, the mood isn't just smug, it's annoyed. Some staff are frustrated that updates on King Charles's health are getting buried under Meghan's latest PR mess. And sources close to Prince William? They're calling the Perry chaos yet another sign Harry's judgment is totally off. Their message is loud and clear. This drama only makes the future king's camp look smarter, steadier, and ready for what's next.
Celebrate my friend who are listening or watching, connect with the truth, and they'll know it's true in their soul when they hear and listen to this, and that's what I hear and listen to this, and that's what I hear and listen to this, and that's what I...
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Be the friend that you want in your life, and you do that. I was having the worst day, and I was so sad.
Back in California, Harry's anger started turning into dread. Meghan was drafting a public statement to distance themselves from Perry, and Harry knew what that meant, cutting off the one person who gave them shelter when his own father wouldn't even text back. But if he refused to go along, their growing list of brand deals could start falling apart. And looming over everything was that NDA Perry had them sign, sealed and airtight. Meghan's lawyers may have triggered a clause they hadn't planned for. If Perry chose to speak out about their time in Montecito, it wouldn't just be drama, it would be primetime dynamite. Harry could already picture the palace staff celebrating. And just when it couldn't get any worse, Harry realized his next phone call might not come from Perry or even Meghan, it could be from a lawyer with a subpoena in hand. That was a cliff in front of him, and the fall, deep.
I've said for a long time to H, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive, you've got to feel happy, and I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip.
It has its, it has its advantages, I guess.
I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging.
The tabloids were already on fire. The Sun's front page screamed, "Royal Godfather gone rogue," paired with old footage of Meghan calling Perry family, and fresh screenshots showing his name vanishing from her online profiles. Social media watchdogs caught the exact moment it happened, time-stamped clips of Meghan calling him their guardian angel in the Netflix documentary, followed by her new product reels pretending he never existed. The switch-up was so sharp, reporters joked about needing neck braces from the whiplash. Then it got worse. News International quoted royal insiders predicting Meghan would ditch Perry completely within days to save her image. Not long after, her publicist dropped a fluffy article about her summer jam launch, decorated with apricot emojis. Clearly an attempt to change the subject, but it backfired hard. #Jamgate started trending, with influencers joking that she was using fruit to distract from a 5-alarm PR mess. Outlets that usually stayed neutral were calling out the contradictions. Just a week ago, Meghan was preaching loyalty on her podcast. Now she was ghosting the man who gave her family a roof. Commentators pieced together side-by-side edits. Perry handing over mansion keys in 2020, Meghan gushing about chosen family, and now all trace of him gone from her feed. Set to the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme for full effect. Funny? Yes. But for the brand, brutal. Those edits made one thing clear. When things got messy, Meghan rewrites the story. Meanwhile, Perry's team wasn't staying quiet. Insiders hinted he kept everything: voicemails, texts, receipts. And if Meghan's camp kept throwing him under the bus, he might release them for context. That warning came just as producers started offering him airtime. A sympathetic sit-down full of receipts, with a mic wide open. In short, Meghan tried to bury the story. But all she might have done is push Perry straight into the spotlight. And the press? They're already printing the headlines. And here's the cherry on top. Late-night hosts have now joined the chaos, roasting Meghan as the Duchess of Delete for flipping from an angel to amnesia in less than 48 hours. That kind of mockery sticks. But despite the growing media storm, Meghan's PR team is staying silent, hoping it all blows over. The problem? Tomorrow's headlines are already teasing new leaks from Perry's legal files. If even half of this hits the internet, no jam jar or beachy brand vibe will be able to cover it up. Behind the scenes, Hollywood's starting to shut its doors. Meghan can practically hear the locks clicking. Just a day after news of the lawsuit broke, Oprah's team quietly pulled the plug on that long-rumored follow-up interview. Official excuse? Scheduling conflict. Industry translation? Way too messy. Brand consultants who once lined up for her American Riviera orchard are suddenly reevaluating commitments. Code for hitting pause or pulling out entirely. One insider revealed that 2 luxury sponsors froze 6-figure deals the minute Perry's name got linked to Meghan in the press.
We want to start with a story that has really been making headlines and making waves. And it's interesting because I know the person involved, and it's tough to kind of report on these things, especially when you know the person. Okay, so I'm talking about entertainment mogul Tyler Perry. Tyler has been accused of SA. I want to bring in Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. He's the CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. But first, here's the report from
Tyler Perry tonight facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by an actor who claims years of sex. The lawsuit asking for $260 million was filed by actor Derek Dixon, who was part of the BET series The Oval.
And it gets worse. Harry and Meghan's new documentary pitch, already under review after the Spotify fallout, has now reportedly been pushed into the maybe never pile. As legal claims scrambled to manage risk, Meghan's lifestyle rivals took their shot. TikTok lit up with brutal edits, one moment showing her gushing over Perry's big heart, the next showing her wiping him from her digital life. The top clip ended with a caption that said it all: "When your fairy godfather turns PR kryptonite." Meanwhile, Perry's team is moving quietly but with purpose. Word is he's already taking meetings for a primetime sit-down, packed with receipts. Networks are circling, and one producer even joked it could out-Oprah Oprah. If Perry seals the deal, Meghan's Montecito fairy tale, email drafts, panic messages could all air in surround sound. Then there's the NDA. If Meghan publicly cuts him off, Perry can legally speak out to protect his reputation. Every confession, Zoom rant, and file he kept could hit the airwaves. And Hollywood? They love a redemption arc. Perry could play the loyal friend who got dumped and now wants to tell his truth. Now here's the twist. Gucci just signed a deal with Williams' Earthshot project. Meghan once pitched to them too. If her brand slips, the palace stands to gain. One woman's PR mess becomes the crown's win. A royal plot twist. Her inner circle is shrinking, but the family she left behind might win the long game. If Perry steps out with a folder of receipts, it could crack her polished image for good. But it's not just his potential tell-all that's risky. It's the pattern. Meghan's team won't admit it, but it's been playing on loop. Love, bomb, leverage, discard. Just look back, Jessica Mulrooney. Gone after an Instagram scandal. Serena Williams, hardly mentioned since Spotify. Oprah, now too busy. And Perry, the man who gave them shelter, cut when things got messy. It used to work, blaming the palace. But now with King Charles sick and William gaining sympathy, that excuse is wearing thin. All that's left is a growing list of ex-allies who might start talking. If Perry goes public, others could follow. Spotify executives might explain the podcast crash. Jessica might unbox old receipts. Even Netflix staff could leak clips that flip the narrative. Suddenly, the background players have all the mics, and no one's in Meghan's corner. People are seeing it, a duchess who preaches empowerment but ditches those who helped her. A brand pushing loyalty but allergic to loyal ties. Chosen family until the optics shift. The real question isn't if Meghan can ride out the storm, it's whether anyone still believes her. PR pros are whispering the term no brand wants to hear: credibility cliff. And once you fall, there's no bouncing back. Harry's stuck in the middle, torn between the man who sheltered him and the woman calling the shots. The palace smells scandal. Streamers smell gold. And Perry, he's holding the match that could light it all up. And if he does, it won't just burn Montecito. It could rewrite royal history. So now we wait, popcorn ready, as Meghan tries to manage a ticking NDA, a shrinking list of allies, and a shiny jam brand that no one's even tasting anymore. Because when you burn every bridge behind you, there's only one question left. What happens when the fire finally catches? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want the tea and the truth. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive. Because in this town, the spotlight doesn't lie, but it sure hides a lot. Catch you in the next one.